Hello guys, I'm Kris from the FPL Dude, and welcome back to another Fantasy Premier League video for the 2020-2021 season. In today's video, I'm going to try to build a wildcard team that will last to the end of the season. Of course, you will need to make few adjustments along the way, but you get one free transfer every week, so try to use it wisely. I'm mainly going to target players from teams that have double game week in game week 24, then I'm going to target players from teams that have had very good form increasement in the last couple of games, and players from teams that have very good upcoming fixtures. If you're new around here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and don't be afraid to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Now, to begin with building my squad, I'll simply first focus on those teams that have double game week. It's Burnley, Fulham, Everton and Manchester City. So first of all, I'm going to go for a Burnley goalkeeper, and that has to be Pope. He's been phenomenal goalkeeper this season. He offers excellent potential for saves made. He does have excellent double game week. They play against Crystal Palace and against Fulham. I really do believe he offers excellent clean sheet potential in both of these games. Then it's West Brom. So this is a keeper to keep to the end of the season if you wish to bring him in right now to target the double game week or something else. He is excellent player as well. He offers clean sheet potential, saves bonus for saves made potential, easy fixtures. So yeah, he should do really good. As for the next goalkeeper I'm going to have now for game week 24, I believe that Areola should be excellent to own because he does offer us excellent clean sheet potential. Fulham does not have that tough double game week as well. They play against Everton as away. That's a tough game. Then against Burnley. Burnley have been the team that have scored least goals. One of the teams that have scored least goals out of all Premier League teams at least. So this is going to be a team that have excellent potential for bench boost as well. Just listen me out to the end. As for the first player that I'm going to pick from those defenders, it just has to be me. Not me, but me. The player. He costs 4.9 million. He's excellent to own. I really do believe that he is the best target from that Burnley defense. I would rather have Tyler instead, but Tyler has been injured now for the last couple of games. He is going to be injured throughout the next couple of games. So I do believe that me offers excellent clean sheet potential. Perhaps the greatest clean sheet potential out of all these teams that have double game week at game week 24. So he is a player to keep. As for the next player that I'm going to go from this team, is going to be Anguissa. I'm not going to start him. He's only there for the bench boost. He's going to be benched for game week 24. He does offer us some attacking FPL return potential because he is not that good of a player himself, but they do play against Everton and Burnley. Then it's Sheffield United and Crystal Palace, so he does have very good upcoming fixtures after that as well. So yeah, these are the four players from Burnley and Fulham team. And as for the Everton against Manchester City, I just have to go for Calvert-Lewin. He's a fantastic player this season. Now in game 24, Everton do play against Fulham home. He does offer us excellent attacking FPL return potential in this game. Then they play against Manchester City at home. This is where I'm afraid he does not offer us that high of a potential for scoring, but because Manchester City, as we all know, have been the best defense in the Premier League this season. Then he plays against Liverpool, Southampton, Chelsea, and I believe this is a player to keep to the end of the season because their upcoming fixtures after game week 24 or 25 look pretty good. They do have a lot of green fixtures and not so much red fixtures. As for the next player that I'm going to target from this team, I really believe that will do good now in game week 24. It just has to be Digne. I mean, he's an excellent player to own. He played against Fulham as well, against Manchester City. So if this game potential against Manchester City end up blanks, he could bring back some clean sheet. And they do have excellent clean sheet potential against Fulham as well. So after that, they do have pretty good upcoming fixtures. They do play against Southampton, Burnley, West Brom, Crystal Palace, Brighton. The only tough fixture might be Liverpool game week 25, as I said, but he does offer us some attacking FPL return potential in that game week as well, and some clean sheet potential because Liverpool have not scored a lot of goals in the last couple of games, and if they do not fix that, there is some clean sheet potential for him there as well. So he's a player to keep until the end of the season. That I want to mention about Digne, he has been the most creative player per games played. He has been ranked number 1 for that. He has been ranked number 1 for FPL assists per games played and for most attempted assists out of all defenders. As for the next team that I'm going to target now, it just has to be City. Yes, they do have excellent form. They've played good throughout the whole season. Now in Game Week 24, they do have a double game week as well. They have pretty tough double game week. They play against Tottenham, but Tottenham have not managed to keep it clean a lot throughout the whole season. I do believe they have only 6 clean sheets, so that's not a lot in 22 played games. So I believe that Sterling offers excellent attacking FPL return potential here, and when he plays against Everton, as I said, this game could potentially end up blank. This could game end up 2-2 or 3-3. I don't know what to say. Everton's defense have not been the greatest in the last couple of games, so yeah, Sterling offers excellent attacking FPL return potential. And as for the next player that I'm going to go from that Manchester City team, you could potentially even go for Gundogan if that is something you wish, because I believe that he's on penalties right now until Kevin De Bruyne come back from injury. But I'm not going to go for Gundogan, at least not right now. As for the next player that I'm going to go from that City team, it just has to be Dias. I mean, Dias is an excellent player. He has started all of the Premier League games since he started getting starts for that team, so I believe that he will continue to deliver to the good. He costs 6.1 million. He is their most expensive defender, but he's a guaranteed starter. If we choose to go for like Cancelo, he's not guaranteed to start. I really do believe that he will miss out on one of these game week 24 games, so he might miss out on big points. Whilst Dias offers some clean sheet potential in both of these games, and he offers very good defense because of Manchester City's good defense. And he is guaranteed starter. I really do believe that he is going to start. Now, as for the next player that I'm going to target, it's not going to be someone from the double game between. He's going to be Antonio. He does cost 6.7 million, but he is in very good form. I mean, since his return from injury, he is just about scoring goals and FPL assists. So I do really believe he will continue to do really good. He is as well player to keep to the end of the season because their upcoming fixtures do not look that bad. I mean, he had to play against Tottenham and City, giving 25 and 26, but then he's a player to keep until the end of the season because as you can see now from game 34 until the end of the season, he does have excellent upcoming fixtures, so he does offer us excellent attacking FPL return potential from now to the end of the season. As for the next player that I'm going to go for, it's Bamford. Bamford is perhaps not a player to keep throughout the whole season. I mainly focus or target him to keep him until game week 31 because that's where the tough fixture begins. It's Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester United, Brighton and Tottenham. And if Brighton's defense have been solid as they've been now in the last couple of games, then that fixture could potentially turn into a red fixture attacking wise. So yeah. As for the next upcoming fixture, they look amazing. He does not have any red fixture until game week 28. And Leeds and Bamford are very attacking minded. They do create a lot of chances. At the beginning of the season, Bamford did score a lot of goals, but now he scored a lot of goals and he scored a lot of FPL assists as well because their team have become more creative. They push even higher now. They create even more chances. They take even more shots. So yeah, that's pretty much it from that Leeds team. As for the next player now that I'm going to target, it just has to be Fernandes. He costs 11.4 million. He has been a fantastic player this season. He does offer us excellent captaincy potential in so many of the upcoming games, so the upcoming fixture do not look that tough. I believe he is a player to keep to the end of the season because him himself is having fantastic season. I really do like him. I really do believe that he is the best Premier League player this season. I mean, he has changed the whole Manchester United quality, the whole mentality. They are one of those elite teams that like to attack now. They like to score goals. They dare to push higher. They dare to create chances. They dare to make those dribblings, and they dare to make those shots. So I really do believe that Fernandes is a player to keep to the end of the season. As for the next player that I really believe will do great now from game week 24 and onwards, it just has to be Grealish. He is ranked as top 3 for attempted assists, so he's very creative. Aston Villa do team to score a lot of goals. I would avoid Aston Villa defense right now because they seem to allow a lot of goals, but they do score a lot of goals, and it mainly happens to Grealish. He does have 6 Premier League goals and 12 Premier League assists. Their upcoming fixture do not look that bad. I mean, they play against Brighton. He has excellent attacking FPL return potential. If they attempt to push that high, because Brighton's defense have been great, but then they play against Leicester. That's a bit of a tougher game. Then Leeds, Wolves, Newcastle, Sheffield, and Fulham. This is a 5-game run where you really want to have Grealish, where I do really believe that Aston Villa is going to make a massive attacking FPL return, especially him and Watkins. As for the next player that I'm going to have now, for this team, it just has to be Barnes. He has been phenomenal player this season. His form have increased even more in the last couple of games. I really do understand people that wish to go for Maddison. If that's something you wish to do, that is up to you, because he has been far more luckier than Barnes. The stats show that Barnes is the better player, but now Maddison have scored more FPL returns in the last couple of games. He has scored more goals, I believe. But Barnes statistically should be better. He has attempted more shots on target, drastically more than Maddison. When it comes to attempted assists, they are pretty similar. Maddison might be a more creative, but Barnes do tend to push a bit higher, and he is a player that likes to take more shots. As for the first defender now that does not have a double game week, I just have to target someone from Chelsea. I really wanted to go for Thiago Silva. Unfortunately, he's injured right now, because I did believe he was their best defender, but when he's injured he cannot play, so I just have to go for Rudiger. Rudiger does seem as a settled starter for that amazing defensive Chelsea team. As I said, they've showed fantastic defense lately. Under Tuchel, he has started now 3 games out of 3, and now because of Silva's injury, his rotation risk have lowered a lot. He costs only 4.5 million, so if you wish to start him, it's up to you. You could potentially start him. If you wish to bench him, he does not eat a lot of your budget, so you could potentially bench him as well. As for the last player that I'm going to go now, I just have to focus for someone from that Brighton team. Brighton, yeah, from that Brighton team defense. I really want to go for Lamptey, but he has been injured now for the last couple of games, because he's their most attacking minded target. He does seem to defend excellent as well, but I'm going to settle for Dunk. He costs 4.8 million. He does cost more than Rudiger, but just listen me out. Brighton's defense have been fantastic in the last couple of games. I believe they have allowed only 1 goal in the last 5, and they did play against Liverpool and against Tottenham. So their fixtures were awful, and they still did manage to allow only 1 goal. Their next upcoming fixture did not look that tough. They have pretty good upcoming fixtures, so I believe he is a player to keep to the end of the season. I mean, they play against Aston Villa. They have some slight clean sheet potential there, but then it's Crystal Palace, West Brom. These are good fixture to target. Leicester, that's a tough fixture. Southampton, Newcastle. He has excellent clean sheet potential, and yeah, as you can see, he has a lot of green fixtures throughout the season. He has some red fixtures, but these are just red fixtures because they don't believe their team is going to win, but he does offer us excellent clean sheet potential if Brighton is going to continue to do good defensively as they've done now in the last couple of games. If you choose to go for this team, I do believe that you will even be able to save your free hit for the next game week as well. So you will not be in any need to use your any transfers after game week 23 to game week 24 to that double game week. So you could potentially save that free transfer for game week 24 plus after game week 24, where you could potentially transfer in Salah because their fixtures do look amazing after game week 24. And perhaps you could potentially bring in Vardy or Kane if they now return to form. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time.